What if I told you that inside your refrigerator, or maybe tucked away in your pantry, there's one simple food that could quite literally help you stand taller, walk stronger, and feel younger every single day? You might glance around, trying to guess what I mean, but the truth is, it's not something fancy or expensive, and it doesn't come in a pill bottle. It's a food you've likely eaten before, maybe even recently, but you probably had no idea it could be your greatest ally in the fight against something all of us over 60 face: muscle loss. Yes, muscle loss. The quiet, sneaky thief that tries to take away our balance, our strength, and sometimes even our independence. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to win. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact food you need in your daily routine to stop muscle loss in its tracks, plus how to use it the right way to see real results. Stick with me until the very end, and you'll not only discover this powerhouse food, but also how just a small daily habit can lead to bigger arms, better posture, and longer walks without getting tired. But before we dive in, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and tap that little notification bell, because every week, we bring you life-changing tips that keep you strong, healthy, and happy at any age. Alright, let's get started. Now, have you ever noticed how some people seem to stay strong and energized even into their 70s and 80s, while others lose strength much earlier? Well, it's not just genetics or luck. In fact, one of the biggest factors is how well we protect our muscles from something called sarcopenia. That's the medical term for natural muscle decline that starts as early as your 30s, but kicks in a high gear after 60. And once it starts, it doesn't just make it harder to open jars or climb stairs. It puts you at risk for falls, fractures, and even losing your independence. But here's the secret. Sarcopenia isn't unstoppable. And one of the most effective ways to fight it, especially if you're not lifting heavy weights or going to the gym every day, is by eating the right kind of protein. Now I know what you're thinking. You've been told all your life that protein is important, but what they don't tell you is that not all protein is created equal when it comes to muscle loss in seniors. There's one food, one specific, powerful source of protein that does more than just feed your muscles, it activates them. And that food is eggs. Yes, humble eggs. Not powders, not pills, not expensive shakes. Just real, simple, nutrient-packed eggs. Let me explain why. Eggs are one of the richest sources of something called leucine. Leucine is a type of amino acid. And if protein were a team of workers, leucine would be the foreman that tells the body, hey, it's time to build muscle. It triggers something called muscle protein synthesis, which is just a fancy way of saying it helps your muscles rebuild and stay strong. And here's the kicker. As we age, our bodies become less sensitive to protein signals, meaning we need more of this kind of protein to do the same job. Eggs deliver leucine efficiently, and the best part is, they're easy to digest and full of other important nutrients like vitamin D, B12, and healthy fats. But wait, it's not just about eating any eggs. You want to go for pasture-raised or omega-3 enriched eggs if you can. These versions tend to have more nutrients and better quality fats that support your joints and heart as well. I always recommend starting your day with 2 eggs, boiled, poached, or scrambled in a bit of olive oil. Not only does it jumpstart your muscle building for the day, it also keeps you full longer, reducing those mid-morning cravings. Now, I had a patient, we'll call him Frank, who came to me at 72. He was tired all the time, struggling to lift his groceries, and starting to dread walking up the stairs in his own home. When I asked about his breakfast, he laughed and said, "Just toast and jam, doc. That's been my routine for 20 years. We swapped that out for 2 eggs, some sautéed spinach, and a piece of whole grain toast." Within 3 weeks, Frank told me he felt like someone turned the lights back on. He had more strength, less stiffness, and even went back to walking around the block every evening. It was the first time in years he felt like himself again. And that's why I always say, never underestimate the power of a single change. All right, now that we've cracked open why eggs are so essential, let's take a closer look at how to make the most of them in your routine. You see, it's not just about what you eat. It's about how and when you eat it, especially when we're talking about fighting off muscle loss. Timing matters more than you might think. Most people eat the majority of their protein at dinner, but by then, your body's already gone a full day without the fuel it needs to maintain muscle. Think of it like this. Your muscles are like a garden. You don't just flood it once a day. You water it in small, steady amounts to keep it thriving. That's why spreading your protein intake, especially from eggs, throughout the day can make a major difference. One egg has about 6 grams of protein. So if you start your morning with 2, that's already 12 grams of high-quality, muscle-saving protein before you've even finished your first cup of tea. Now, don't worry, you don't have to eat eggs 3 times a day. The goal is to pair them smartly with other muscle-loving foods like beans, Greek yogurt, nuts, or chicken later in the day. But eggs, they should be the anchor, because they're not just building blocks, they're builders. Now, I know some of you might be wondering about cholesterol. That concern comes up often, and it's a valid one. But here's the updated truth. For most healthy seniors, eating up to 2 eggs a day is completely safe and actually beneficial. Research has shown that for the majority of people, dietary cholesterol doesn't significantly affect blood cholesterol. In fact, the nutrients in eggs can even help support heart health, especially the omega-3 versions. That means you can enjoy eggs without guilt and with confidence that you're doing something powerful for your future. Let's talk about easy ways to bring them into your routine without getting bored. If you're short on time, hard-boiling a dozen eggs at the start of the week is a game changer. They're grab and go, easy to add to salads, sandwiches, or even just sprinkle with a little salt and pepper for a quick snack. If you prefer something warm, try scrambling eggs with spinach and a pinch of turmeric. Turmeric adds anti-inflammatory benefits that support your joints and muscles even further. Or, if you're feeling adventurous, make an omelet with mushrooms, bell peppers, and a bit of cheese, rich in flavor, protein, and satisfaction. The key is to enjoy it, not to feel like it's a chore. You're not punishing your body, you're nurturing it. Every bite is a message to your muscles. I've got your back. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. What if you're allergic to eggs, or just don't like them? You're not out of luck. In that case, look for high-leucine protein alternatives like whey protein isolate, lean poultry, or even tofu. The goal is still the same: quality protein, early in the day, every day. But if you can eat eggs and enjoy them, you're holding one of the most powerful muscle-preserving tools in nature. Now let's shift gears a little, because food is just one piece of the puzzle. Even with the best diet in the world, your muscles still need a reason to work. That's where movement comes in. Not gym workouts, not heavy lifting, just gentle daily activation. Simple things: standing up from your chair without using your hands, taking the stairs instead of the elevator when you can, or doing 5 minutes of resistance band exercises while watching your favorite show. Why does this matter with eggs? Because eating protein without using your muscles is like buying gas and leaving your car in the garage. The fuel's there, but nothing's being powered. You need both to work in harmony: fuel and function. Just 15 to 20 minutes of daily movement is enough to activate the protein you eat. That's why eggs in the morning followed by a brisk walk or light stretching. That's a golden combination. It's the kind of routine that doesn't just preserve your muscle, it strengthens your confidence. The kind that makes everyday activities feel easier. Lifting groceries, reaching up high, even getting out of bed in the morning. And over time, it adds up to a version of you that moves better, feels stronger, and lives more freely. That's the life I want for you. And it's within reach. starting with what's on your plate tomorrow morning. Now, imagine waking up tomorrow with a purpose, a reason to smile before you even step out of bed. You head to the kitchen, not just to eat, but to fuel. You crack those eggs, your little golden powerhouses, and you feel that shift. You're not just having breakfast. You're investing in your independence, your strength, your freedom. And every bite whispers, you've still got it. You do. Muscle loss isn't a punishment for aging. It's a challenge waiting for your response. And you, my friend, are choosing to fight back, not with pills or fads or impossible routines, but with the food you already know, with movement that makes you feel alive, not exhausted, with simple choices that compound over time into something extraordinary. You don't need to transform overnight. You just need to start. Start by saying yes to yourself, yes to strength, yes to stability, yes to waking up feeling ready, not rusty. Because your muscles, your beautiful, loyal muscles, are just waiting for your signal. And now you know exactly how to send it. Protein-rich, early in the day, paired with gentle, intentional movement. That's it. That's the secret so many overlook. But not you. Because you watched this video through to the end. And that tells me everything I need to know about you. You're not here to fade. You're here to flourish, to move with confidence, to live with energy, to feel proud of what your body can still do. And I couldn't be more proud of you. So here's my challenge to you. Tomorrow, start with just one step. Boil an egg. Scramble 2. Walk for 10 minutes. Feel the strength that's always been in you, waiting to be unlocked. And if this video gave you that spark, tell me in the comments, what's your favorite way to enjoy eggs? Let's inspire each other. Share your journey. Because every small action you take sends a message not just to your muscles, but to the world. I'm still here, and I'm getting stronger. And before you go, don't stop now. If this video opened your eyes, wait until you see what's next. Go ahead, click that video right there. It might just help you unlock a whole new level of energy and freedom. And as always, here's to living your best life at any age.